Welcome to the presentation, New Dimensions in Health and Safety Training and Saudi Vision 2030. Today, we'll identify the reasons for practicing good standards of health and safety. We'll discuss health and safety key performance indicators, why health, safety and environment training and international certification, Saudi Vision 2030 and HSE perspective, and question answer at the end. Let's see 1 minute video, why safety.
Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. You have that room cleaned today by the time I get off work, and we'll work on that doghouse.
Deal.
I love you, buddy. People don't think that accidents can happen to them, but they do out here. Whoa, hold on, hero. Let me help you. Dear Gene, I found your drill. Sorry I couldn't get it to you because I was texting, wasn't paying attention where I was going, and I fell down a hole and died. Say, you gotta look out for the other guys on your crew. Not easy being green, eh, rookie? Earl's gonna ride you, but you follow his lead. You do something stupid, you hurt somebody else, it's a million times worse.
Be safe.
Whoa, close up deck. I got guys up on 5, putting in railings. Were you really waiting? Not for long.
They're living the real one. This is the fastest way to do it.
What if it was faster to cut some corners? That is the cleanest room I have ever seen. One of those corners would end up cutting you. Your most important responsibility is keeping your co-workers safe.
Where are you?
Health, safety and welfare. So according to WHO, a state of health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being and not merely the absence of disease. Consequently, a poor health has detrimental effects on both individual and society. Think about the short-term and the long-term health effects of many things like smoking, H2S exposure, asbestos exposure, working with cement, long and short term of health effects of stress, to have a better idea what the health is about. Health and safety refers to all aspects of maintaining a healthy and safe workplace where harm to people is prevented. Safety is, of course, the responsibility of everyone at workplace. The results of all persons taking positive actions to identify accident causes and implement suitable preventive measures to control and mitigate hazards and the risks at the workplace. And in fact, safety is the absence of risks and physical injuries from the workplace. Welfare is providing the welfare to the workforce is the responsibility of the employer. It should be having good office place, comfortable, healthy and secure living standards, and if they are working in the hazardous area, they should have the change room, cold water facilities. What is hazard? Hazard is any unsafe act or unsafe condition that have potential to harm a worker or damage the equipment and the property. And you see, there is a hazard in this picture. So bricks are arranged on the top on any workplace, and it has really big potential to harm anyone. So this is the hazard. So near miss. So the workers just missed to face an accident, and sometimes they get injury. So some basic terminology. Accident is any unplanned, unwanted occurrence which result in some loss, often an injury. And near miss, of course, which had the potential to cause injury but did not happen. Work-related ill health or occupational ill health, any physical or psychological ill health which is caused by or affected by your work, and maybe due to physical accident or by psychological bullying at work, not giving the equal opportunities to the workforce, it will cause psychological ill health. According to International Labour Organization, due to occupational accidents and work-related diseases, every year 2.78 million people die at workplace and 374 million non-fatal work-related injuries and illness every year. And if you have at your workplace very bad safety culture and bad practices, poor practices, you will pay the price. And economic burden globally, 3.94% of GDP per year, we are bearing these expenses. Health, safety, and work at workplace law and guidance. So, every country that has adopted the International Labour Organization Convention C-155, every organization must have to promote health and safety at the workplace, and the relevant law enforcing agencies will make it possible to keep everybody safe in every country. So whenever we are going to mitigate and control the hazards and the risks, it should be reasonably practicable. It should make the sense what risk you are going to control and what is the cost you are paying. Cost in terms of the money, in terms of the time, and in terms of the people involved. We have three big reasons for practicing good standards of health and safety at work. First of all, moral, humanitarian obligation from society to do right things to everyone. And when we talk about the worker at workplace, employer has the moral duty to provide safe environment to all workers and to do good things for their welfare. Legal reason. So law protects workers and public from workplace dangers. Organizations wish to avoid prosecution since they could be fined, they could face the bad publicity, and they could face the prison. Financial reasons. The organizations need to avoid financial burden due to accidents for poor safety culture. The financial cost may include the accident investigation costs, sick pay, lost time, damages and repair costs, fines and legal costs, increase in insurance premium, because once you have the accident, you will be fined for, and your insurance premium will be increased by your insurance company. And non-financial costs may include your reputation with the customers and neighbors, and poor staff morale. They will start leaving your organization once they are not safe there, health and safety wise. When we are at workplace, we are going to control hazards and the risks. The hierarchy of the control starts from elimination. So this is the most strong, most needed, and all the way to the least one. So first of all, we need to eliminate, if we could, eliminate completely the hazard from the workplace. Or the next is the substitution. So you can substitute one substance with a less hazardous substance at the workplace to reduce the hazards to the workforce. Then comes engineering controls. You can isolate, you can barricade, you can segregate the workplace, partial or total enclosure, and safety devices like interlocking devices, safeguards for the machinery, for example. And then administrative control, safe system of work you have to design, reduce time of exposure, and give your workforce training, instruction, and supervision. And the last line of defense is the PPE, personal protective equipment like hat, safety shoes, face shield, etc. Now, every organization must have some system of health and safety management system, and the critical in this regard is having a good safety policy. It's a document written. If you have more than 5 employees, it should be written and signed by the topmost management person in the department, so that they should feel the the ownership, and all employees should follow them to have good practices at work. So while monitoring and checking the health and safety performance of your health and safety management system, we have two approaches. One is proactive, the first one, and second is reactive. So performance, when you check it, monitor it before the accident happens, before the risk results in injury. So we do it by surveys, safety inspections, and safety audits. And the second one, when the accident occurred, we do go for the investigation, and also from the accident book, near miss reports, we get this information. And actually, spending money on health and safety before accidents occur will result in bigger savings later on. So some costs, you see, some costs of accidents and ill health will be felt straightforward. This is just tip of the iceberg. Others will be felt later on, which is the big expenditure after the accident have occurred. Health and safety key performance indicators. We have three categories. So the first category is measuring the safety in the workplace. The first KPI is the number of reported accident and incidents. Actually, we go with the ratio per employee. So ratio per employee, for example, I say, okay, I have 0.001 accidents per employee per year. Actually, it happens, we have to keep eyes on this health and safety KPI during the times of change. When you are changing the location for your company, new laws are introduced, and new machines you bring in the location. So this is very critical KPI in that times. So the next is the second KPI is the lost time injury frequency rate, LTIFR. So this refers to the number of lost time injuries that happen per million hours. Then you have lost frequency, you have lost time injury incident rate. So how frequently the event is happening, the accident is happening. Equipment breakdown, it's really a very strong lead indicator. It affects both safety and production. I mean, for example, the loss of activity, production activity. Measuring health in the workplace. How, first of all, is implies perception of management commitment. This is how do you feel about your management. We do a lot of surveys, and once this will show that how committed is your top management, and once they take care of health and safety of their employees on the priority, so it means they are taking the ownership, and this will add a value in increasing a positive culture in your organization. Next is average overtime hours per person. It's great KPI, in fact, because indulging your workforce in the overtime, you are playing with their health. In fact, it will overall deteriorate their health conditions, and their performance will decrease with the passage of time. So when you have this KPI low, it means your organization is going successfully in reducing the fatigue of the workforce. Next is satisfaction with the environment score. So we do some surveys to get the feedback of your workforce, how satisfied they are with their physical environment, like noise levels, building, toilets, their office setting, their workstation settings. Low, when you have this KPI low, it means it will affect adversely your workers' health. Next is fitness assessment. Review When we have free health and checks in the workplace, this will be good for improving your workforce health. And while doing this assessment by independent assessor, so employees will get more benefit from the independent assessor's review. Then, monthly health and safety preventive costs. It is aimed at minimizing health and safety hazards within an organization. It may include trainings as well as safety inspections, safety audits, and will be aimed at offering conducive and safe working conditions. Next is productive days, percentage of productive days. It's really more positive approach. Instead of talking about the sick days or the time off work days, we talk about the productive days. It's really nice twist on the more negative approach of measuring things like sick days. So we are celebrating the number of productive work days. Then, percentage of management trained in health and safety. How many staff trained in health and safety in your organization? Is there any database which can give you quick reference of how many staffs are trained? This will indicate that how committed is your top management. Then finally, average time to resolution the issues. Once you have accidents, once you have hazards and risks, how committed is your health and safety management team to address those hazards and risks and to give the solution. Right. You see how accidents are caused. So accidents have an immediate cause, but they also have one or more underlying causes which relate to unsafe conditions or unsafe acts by the workers. The root cause of accidents is often the management failure from which all other failures stem, because if the management is not committed, they don't take the ownership and they don't listen to the health and safety management people to control and mitigate the hazards and the risks. So there will be no good safety culture, and the people will not be taking care of the health and safety of their own and of other people. So it will give rise to many accidents. The purpose of accident investigation is to discover the immediate, underlying, and the root causes. You see, let's look at one example how we investigate the accidents and how we can go further. You see, this is a case when a worker fractured a wrist after tripping over an electrical cable. The electrical table is on the floor, on the shop floor, for example. We have many reasons. For example, if I go through this flow chart, he tripped over the cable. We have many reasons. The cable trailed across the floor. Why? It was left there by a contractor. Why? No control of contractor's system in place and lack of site supervision. Management don't know they needed a policy for this. So here you go, that top management commitment and the policy, which is the document as we discussed, that it should be written if you have more than 5 employees in your organization. Supervision. And similarly here, let me focus on this one, and I will give you the example of cost estimation after the accident has occurred. So why he got fractured? Because he did not see the cable. Why? It was dark where he walked. Why? 2 out of 3 light bulbs were not working, and no one asked for the bulbs to be replaced. No maintenance intact. Why? No system existed for routinely checking the lights and the repair. If the management could have addressed this very small issue, that there is a bad light, in fact, and it may cost you just Saudi Riyal 150, for example. But what happens later on? This is the cost. the department has to pay. You see, 150 versus 9,000 around. So after the accident, you have to call some consultant to investigate that accident, why it happened. By law enforcement agencies and by ILO, you have to do all these things. So you will pay 500 Saudi Riyal, for example, to the consultant for investigation. Lost time and the cost of agency worker to cover this much. Continue to pay for the worker involved. Repair cost, the same cost which was supposed initially, but now you have many other costs also. Production lost time, if you are in the manufacturing industry, due to this accident there will be loss of production activity and you have this loss. Increased insurance premium, once you have accident and you're not taking care of the health of your employees, you will be fined and you will insurance company will increase your premium. Legal cost going to the courts and all these things. So this is the difference of proactive and reactive. So reactive approach gives you this much. If you would have gone for the proactive, just 150 well in time. You see, international certifications, I mean, this is the even if wherever you are working, you have you have to have international certification, otherwise you will not be given the good job and the good salary. So NEBOSH international certification. NEBOSH is National Examination Board in Occupational Safety and Health, UK based, and it is highly regarded throughout the world. We have many levels of NEBOSH qualifications, like level 2 health and safety at work, IGC International General Certificate. You get the recognition as Tech IOSH membership, NEBOSH IDIP International Diploma. You can go to the Grade IOSH membership, and furthermore Chartered membership and the Chartered Fellow. You see, most of the HSC professionals are confused about how to progress in their professional qualifications after NEBOSH IGC. Actually, it depends on their future plans. If, for example, you are going to work in GCC and Europe, you have to go for these qualifications, and even you have NVQ level 6 qualified, UK qualification again, and even level 7. And if you are going to USA, for example, you need to go to another route for associate certified professional or certified safety professional, and some NFPA qualifications, and even OSHA qualifications. And if you are going to work in the process technology, you have to go for NEBOSH process safety management. So according to Saudi Vision 2030 NTP, which is the National Transformation Program, second out of 8 theme of National Transformation Program is it's addressing improving living standards and safety. And the Ministry of Labor's new resolution says that they are going to fill the safety officers position in the industry and in the academic environment also, to align the top second team to improve living and safety standards. The ultimate goal is to make not only a positive change within our workplace, but a positive change to the kingdom and on the large, the whole world. Thank you very much and have a nice day.